DJ Warras, you will recall that the National Commissioner had committed that by Monday there would be a breakthrough in this particular case. We can confirm that Gauteng Police, led by Lieutenant General Mtombeni, they have taken in 2 people in for questioning. We have not yet arrested. It's questioning this morning, and they are being questioned by our detectives, and they will then provide us with an update on whether they will effect the arrest, the necessary arrests, and so on. But for now, I can confirm that 2 people have been taken in for questioning on the DJ Warras case. So I think all credit, kudos must be given to Gauteng Police for working extra hard. They are under pressure, and I think they've put in and they've mobilized resources.
Deputy, how far are you with the case of Warras? We know that you had said you'll make an arrest by Sunday or at most.
Yeah, as positive people and the community coming on hand, they assisted us to ensure that the pictures and the identity of the suspect, the full name, surname, everything are known to us. And the team is on the ground trying to locate him and his accomplices. And we hope, and we are still positive, that the sooner the better we locate where he's trying to hide, we'll be able to capture him.
Police now say they have the full names, surnames, and even photos of the men who pulled the trigger on DJ Warras. But here's the real question no one is answering clearly. Were these just gunmen, or were they sent? Tonight on Mzansi PoliScope, we connect the dots from CCTV footage to hijacked buildings to powerful syndicates making millions every month. If you care about justice, truth, and real accountability, hit subscribe right now. Before we talk about killers, suspects, CCTV, and police statements, we need to pause. Because DJ Warus was not just another headline. His real name was Warrick Stock. To many of you, he was the voice on radio, the face on TV, the guy who made mornings lighter and conversations real. He was relatable. He laughed with people. He spoke like someone who understood the streets, but also understood responsibility. But here's what many people didn't fully know. DJ Warras was changing. He wasn't just entertaining anymore. He was confronting problems most people avoid. Housing corruption, hijacked buildings, criminal syndicates. Then he put his money, his time, and eventually his safety on the line. DJ Warras became deeply involved in efforts to reclaim hijacked buildings in Johannesburg. These are buildings that were taken over illegally, packed with desperate people, while syndicates collect cash every month. He wasn't just talking about it on social media, he was doing something about it. Installing biometric systems, working with security teams, evicting illegal occupiers. And that's when the danger really started. Reports say DJ Warras had already taken out protection orders. Ask yourself this, how many DJs need protection orders unless something is very wrong? This tells us one thing, he knew he was stepping on powerful toes. When DJ Warras was killed, the reaction was immediate. Shock, anger, pain. Because people didn't just see a DJ die, they saw someone who stood up and paid for it. And this is why this case is different. Because when someone like DJ Warras is gunned down in broad daylight, you don't ask if it was targeted, you ask who felt threatened enough to order it. And now that police say they have CCTV footage, names and photos, let's talk about what really happened that day. Let's now rewind the clock to the day everything changed. December 16th, 2025, Johannesburg CBD. This wasn't late at night, this wasn't a dark alley, this was broad daylight. According to police, DJ Warras had just parked his vehicle near the Carlton Centre, opposite a building known as Zambezi House. He steps out of the car, and that's when 3 men approach. Police say this wasn't chaotic. These men didn't panic, they didn't shout, they didn't rob. Then one of them, described as short, with dreadlocks, possibly wearing something resembling a security uniform, steps forward, and he opens fire at close range. And after that, everything happened very fast. DJ Warras tries to run. He makes it across the street, and then he collapses. Nothing was stolen. His phone was there, his belongings were untouched. Police later confirmed he had a firearm on him, unused. He never even got a chance. Spent cartridges were recovered at the scene. The suspects fled on foot, calmly, according to investigators. Ask yourself, when last did you see robbers flee without taking anything? You don't. This is the moment police use a phrase that changes everything. They say, this appears to be a targeted hit. Those words matter, because a targeted hit means planning, it means surveillance, it means motive. Police confirm they are now tracking the suspect's movements before and after the shooting. They say CCTV footage is clear enough to identify faces. And this is where things take a serious turn, because once you have clear footage, you have names, and police now say they do.
A suspect has been identified and he will be arrested. I'm sure before Monday we will have the suspect arrested. He's a known suspect. He will definitely, if not today, but over the weekend, that suspect will be arrested.
This is the update many South Africans have been waiting for. Police now say they have full names, surnames, and photographs of the men responsible for killing DJ Warus. This is not speculation. This is an official police confirmation. According to investigators, the CCTV footage captured more than just movement. It captured faces. And once you have faces, you can trace identities through databases, prior records, and known criminal networks. But here's where the story gets complicated. If police have the names, the surnames, and the photos, why are the suspects still not in handcuffs? Police say they are tracking movements before and after the shooting. That tells us something important. These suspects didn't just appear out of nowhere. They came from somewhere and they went somewhere. In many high-profile cases, this is the most dangerous stage, the stage between identification and arrest. Because this is when suspects disappear, flee provinces, or get warned. National Police Commissioner Fanny Masemola previously said an arrest was expected. That statement raised hope, but as of now, no official arrest has been confirmed. So, this is where public pressure matters. When cases go quiet, justice often follows. But when people keep watching, things move. Online, hashtags like RIP Warras and Justice for DJ Warus continue to trend. People are asking hard questions. Who are these men? Who sent them? Why are they still free? Police have not yet released the names publicly, and that's understandable. Investigations can be compromised. But in a country where powerful syndicates exist, silence can also breed suspicion. And this brings us to the most uncomfortable question of all. Were these killers acting alone, or were they just the visible end of a much bigger chain?
Let's be honest. When a public figure like DJ Warus is killed in broad daylight, it doesn't happen by accident. Police and journalists are calling it a targeted hit, and here's why. DJ Warus wasn't just talking about hijacked buildings on social media. He was reclaiming them. He installed biometric systems, worked with security teams, evicted illegal occupants, and he was cutting into the illegal cash flows of syndicates that make millions every month off these properties. Think about it. Someone with connections, authority, and the will to act starts interfering with a criminal syndicate making 5 million rands a month. Do you think they'd just let him live? Reports say he had taken protection orders, signaling he was aware of real threats. Protection orders aren't just for show, they're legal acknowledgement of danger. Many experts now believe this was not a spontaneous attack. It was carefully planned, possibly using intelligence about his movements, routines, even the time he parked his car. And let's not forget, the gunman wore a security-style uniform. Was that meant to disguise identity or send a message? This also ties directly into the bigger issue in Johannesburg: hijacked buildings, syndicates, millions in illegal cash, political protection. DJ Warus was on the front lines of this war, and ultimately he paid the price. And sometimes, the front lines are the most dangerous place to be. People online are asking, who really ordered this hit, and why? Was it just revenge for lost money, or a warning to anyone else thinking of taking on these syndicates? And this is why this case has gripped Mzansi, because it touches everything. Crime, corruption, fear, and one man's courage. Next, we'll dig into the theories, debates, and connections that people are talking about, the angles that make you wonder who's really pulling the strings behind the scenes. Now, let's talk about what everyone's asking, but no one can answer with certainty. Who actually pulled the trigger? And more importantly, who ordered it? Here are the main theories circulating in Mzansi right now. The most widely discussed theory is that DJ Warus was eliminated by syndicates running hijacked buildings. He was actively reclaiming properties, installing biometric security systems, cutting off their cash flow. Think about it. Millions of rands at stake every month, threatened by one man with the courage to act. Some believe this wasn't just about money, but politics. Could someone in a position of power have used these gunmen to send a message? After all, the gunman reportedly wore something resembling a security uniform. Was it disguise or a warning to others? Some people insist it could have been opportunistic. But let's pause and think. Nothing was stolen, his firearm untouched, broad daylight, calm execution. Random crime? Come on, not even close. The public debate online is heated. Some argue this is purely about money. Others say it's a warning to activists. Some even point to corruption in law enforcement. And while we can't confirm these theories, they all point to one thing. DJ Warras's murder was preventable, and the system failed him. Police say the suspects have been identified, but until arrests happen, the debate will continue. Were they acting alone, hired, protected? And if they are caught, will the syndicate behind them ever face justice? And this is where we come in, as citizens, as watchers, as people who care about accountability. The more we pay attention, the more pressure builds, the more likely justice will be served. And speaking of consequences, next we connect this case to the bigger picture, the Marshalltown fire, hijacked buildings, and the criminal networks making millions off the misery of others. To understand why DJ Warus was targeted, we need to zoom out. This isn't just one man's story. This is about a systemic problem in Johannesburg. Hijacked buildings, syndicates, millions in illegal cash flowing every month. Remember the 2023 Marshalltown fire that killed 77 people? That tragedy exposed something horrifying. Hijacked buildings aren't just dangerous, they are a cash cow for criminal syndicates. Some buildings bring in 300,000 rands a month in illegal rent. Multiply that across hundreds of buildings, and you're talking 5 million rands a month flowing quietly into criminal hands. These buildings are often unsafe, no fire safety, no sanitation, overcrowded rooms, cardboard partitions, gas stoves everywhere. Lives are being risked every single day for cash. And that's exactly why DJ Warras got involved. He didn't just talk about it, he acted, installing security systems, reclaiming properties, evicting illegal occupants. He was directly attacking the income streams of these syndicates. And that's why some experts call his murder a message, not just a murder, but a warning to anyone who dares to interfere. And it's not just Warras. Other activists and property reclaimers have been threatened. Turf wars have escalated. Police raids are increasing, but so is corruption. Officials like Herman Mashaba and Fani Masemwa promise crackdowns, but the money, the syndicates, and the housing crisis keep this fire burning. This is why Mpho Degada's 2023 exposé is still relevant today, because these problems aren't new, they're just getting deadlier. DJ Warus was fighting on the front lines of this war, and ultimately, he paid the price. Next, we'll wrap it up, look at the latest updates, and discuss what this means for justice, accountability, and the people of Johannesburg. DJ Warus stood up when many chose to stay silent. He risked everything, his life, his family, his safety, to fight for a safer Johannesburg. And in the end, he paid the ultimate price. Police now have names, surnames, and photos of the suspects. Arrests may be imminent, but until then, justice has not been fully served. And this is where we, as a community, play a role. Public attention, pressure, and awareness are powerful tools. Engaging, direct to viewer. When we watch, when we demand accountability, when we speak out, we help ensure that this case is not forgotten and that the systems in place are forced to act. DJ Warras's murder is not just about one man. It's about a city struggling with crime, corruption, and systemic failure. About the thousands of lives affected by hijacked buildings, about the millions lost to syndicates every month, and about courage, standing up in the face of danger. His story is a wake-up call. It's a reminder that courage comes at a cost, but silence has an even greater one. Gradual build, strong. So here's what we can do. 1. Stay informed. 2. Spread awareness. 3. Demand accountability. 4. Support those risking everything to fight crime. And if you care about justice, truth, and stories that matter, subscribe to Mzansi PoliScope. Drop your thoughts below. What do you think about DJ Warras's death? Was this a targeted hit? Who do you think is really behind it? The conversation matters because silence helps no one. Rest in peace, DJ Warras. Your fight will not be forgotten.